Mike Davis. He is the founder and the president of the Article 3 Project. Mike, good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
She won't get in front of a camera. I'm sure there's many reasons why she has not been a great interviewee, even in the layup interviews. But how does she address things like the economy, like the border, like the world on fire here? And do you think she'll be able to dodge the press forever until they get to Election Day, or early voting, that is?
Kamala Harris owns this economy. She was the tie-breaking vote as the vice president in the Senate for President Biden's spending sprees. She also owns the border. She is the border czar for President Biden. We've had over 10 million illegal immigrants flood into our country, unvetted and unvettable, fighting-age men from the worst trouble spots around the world, including Venezuelan gangs who are raping and murdering and robbing and carjacking all across this country. This is on Kamala's doorstep, and that's why she doesn't want to do a press conference. She doesn't have a good answer.
No answer, or it won't be able to articulate one. We know they're pretty skilled at gaslighting when they're on the teleprompter. There was a story that broke yesterday. I want to get your reaction to it. Hunter Biden, there's breaking news now. There's this new court filing, special counsel David Weiss alleging that a Romanian businessman actually hired the first son to influence U.S. policy while Joe Biden was Obama's vice president. Getting closer and closer, as James Comer has pointed out, to all of this influence peddling here. But again, it is still, in a way, Biden's DOJ. So what do you think of this recent filing? And it seems to be something that maybe is more protective of David Weiss.
I don't trust David Weiss at all. When I was the chief counsel for nominations on the Senate Judiciary Committee, he was the hand-selected U.S. attorney by both Democrat home state senators. They were very excited about his appointment, and I see why now, because he's been protecting the Bidens for years and years and years. Over $20 million has gone from these corrupt foreign countries into every Biden family member's bank account, it seems, except for the 6-year-old granddaughter, who they finally claimed under political pressure. Look, David Weiss could have charged Hunter Biden for being an unregistered foreign agent. They could have charged him with a lot of other crimes. They let the statute of limitations lapse in this investigation. That's right. And as you said, now he's just covering his tracks.
Yeah, it seems like the playbook there from their side. You know, we wanted to ask you about this running mate choice. Skips Josh Shapiro, many say because he's Jewish. They deny that, of course. And then you have Tim Walz. You know, the vetting was rushed, done by Eric Holder's firm. Maybe they didn't know, because I don't know why they'd put someone in if they're accused of lying about their military service. I just want to play a clip. Here he is, in his own words, C-SPAN 2007, saying what he did.
I spent 24 years in the National Guard, some of that full-time. I was an artilleryman. I deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. My battalion provided base security throughout the European theater from Turkey to England in the early stages of the war in Afghanistan.
Walz was deployed in Italy. There are articles that claimed he was deployed in Iraq. He was not. Unclear where the claim was. A book that he endorsed claimed he was deployed in Afghanistan. He was not. Should he be forced off the ticket here, Mike?
Yes, this is stolen valor. This is disgraceful what this Tim Walz has done. He is trying to take credit for combat missions that he did not perform, right? And this is a bigger problem with this guy. This guy is a fraud. He spent a bunch of time in China. He got married in Tiananmen Square. He is Tiananmen Tim, and he likes to put tampons in boys' bathrooms in Minnesota. He requires it, so he's tampon Tim. This guy is a goofball, and it shows that Kamala Harris has horrific judgment. She either is incompetent and doesn't know how to vet him, or she actually agrees with what this guy is doing, and it just shows that she's a total whack job.
Well, you know, they want to frame him as a coach and a teacher, but you're right. In addition to the bathroom accessories here, lots of also reports are disturbing and offending to me as a Christian that the church, he says they shouldn't refer to God as a he. We'll leave that aside for a minute. We played a little bit of this clip. Joe Biden came out to sit down with CBS. Pretty nice of him for actually being the president. We see him. Here's what he's talking about. They asked him, of course, what does he think about the transfer of power, because that's what the left media really isn't interested in. And Donald Trump and this, you know, concern they have about democracy, not about replacing Biden with Kamala, but Donald Trump's the real threat here. And this was Biden's response, Mike.
If Trump wins, no, I'm not confident at all. I mean, if Trump loses, I'm not confident at all. He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it. All the stuff about if we lose, there'll be a bloodbath. This have to be a stolen election. Look what they're trying to do now in the local election districts where people count the votes. They're putting people in place in states that they're going to count the votes, right?
He can't. First of all, he stumbles at the beginning. They want to count votes. It's really alarming here to him. I mean, all of this on and on. Here we go. It's the same old song and dance, Mike.
Yeah, so Joe Biden and Kamala Harris tried to bankrupt Trump. They tried to put him in prison for the rest of his life. They tried to take him off the ballot. When that failed, the Secret Service stepped in and stopped them. So what was their response? They underfunded President Trump's Secret Service detail, and Biden said to put a bullseye at his head. So what did Biden and Kamala Harris think was going to happen to President Trump when they did that? He almost got his head blown off. And then when that didn't work, now Biden and Kamala Harris are trying to destroy the Supreme Court that stopped them.
Final thoughts. We are under an hour from hearing from Donald Trump. What are you looking to hear today from the man many are hoping will be back in the White House in less than 100 days?
I just think that Kamala Harris has a slight sugar high right now in the polls. I think people need to be calm. When people understand her record like I do, I had the misfortune of working with her on the Senate Judiciary Committee. When they realize how vicious she is, how left-wing she is, how she plays for keeps, I think people are gonna. I think people are gonna turn. The moderates and independents are gonna turn against Kamala Harris pretty quickly.
We appreciate your thoughtful comments today. As always, Mike Davis, president and founder of the Article 3 Project. Sir, I'll see you back here soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.